Kenyans on Reddit. What was the most random moment you saw someone nude? Story 1. My dad sent me a dick pic when I was in high school. He was already 50 at the time. I was so confused. This was the universe though, not my fault. So I did look at it before deleting. It was surprisingly small. Surprisingly, not because I'd thought about it and had expectations, but more of I'm just sure even with what he was working with, he could have picked a better angle or maybe, I don't know, wait till he was hard. But oh well, he did text almost immediately after asking me to delete it. I did. That year I got whatever I wanted, except for eye contact. Story 2. First year in uni, I'm in a hostel room with 8 people, and this ninja comes from the shower, fully nude, applying body lotion. I moved out the next month. Story 3. Nikiwa class 6, nilikuwa nimepelekwa boarding school. So, time ya holiday nilikuwanga excited sana kurudi home. So this one time nilifika home, alafu immediately after nikakimbia room kutoa uniform. I pushed the door open and saw my mom's cousin standing in the middle of the room, fully nude. I froze and just stared at her. When I regained my composure, I managed to feint habari. Then I pulled the door closed slowly and left. It was the first time I saw a woman nude. She was very attractive though. I've never mentioned it to anyone. Story 4. Mine was my aunt. I was around 18 years old at the time. I was spending the night at my cousin's place. Deep into the night, I went out to pee. We met near the bathroom door. Everything was out there. She was fully nude. She told me to go in fast. Neither of us was fazed. I think it's because we were both really sleepy, but thinking about it now, it's still really weird. Story 5. I wasn't the one saying, but rather being seen. My boyfriend and I were getting it on chini ya maji huko kwao, and in the heat of the moment, his aunt walked in, muttered a very traumatized good morning, and scurried out. I made sure we did not meet the rest of that day until I left. I met her many other times after, and she's chill beans, but we silently agreed to never even think about it. Story 6. I entered a cousin's room to ask for something. Surprisingly, the door was open, so I just walked in and started talking, and I saw my cousin undressing while my other 2 cousins were on the bed just talking. I gave a weird look and angled my head away towards the door with my hand on my face and said, "Oh cow, sorry." Story 7. Back in Shag's early 2000s, as kids, we needed to cross a river. Most of our parents are used to bathing in such places, but they'd find a section with a little bush or something. So as we came upon the river, we saw some of my uncles bathing, and we attempted to turn back, but they called out and let us cross. They assumed we were too young or something. Sadly, that picture has never left my mind, and every time I look at some of them, it comes back to me. Story 8. My uncle had a stroke, so he was calling out, needed something probably. So I just went, and there he was, fully nude. He couldn't cover himself because of his condition, so we just kept talking. Another incident, my man and I had gone to a party in Karen. Hizo times are COVID, so we couldn't drive back to Kasarani during a curfew. We slept at his friend's place in Gong. We had not locked the door. At night nikitan, I saw his friend stark naked akikunywa maji. We made eye contact and acted as though it never happened. Story 9. The first time I did, I was in a boarding primary school. There's this new girl who just joined the school that very same day. So it was nighttime and my school had this meeting we'd do after supper. So 2 other guys and I ditched and we were running back to the dorms and I was in the lead because I'm like that. I make it into the dorms and boom, there she is, nude with her hands stretched out like that Jesus statue, talking to a faculty member. She avoided me for the rest of the year, which was hard because she was in my class. A few years later, she told me her side of the story. On that day, she'd gone to the girls' dorm to take a shower immediately after supper. When she was done, she noticed some of her stuff was still with the matron, including the towel. So she walks to the boys' dorm to talk to the matron, and as soon as she says, "Madam, I can't find my towel," your boy runs in, sweaty and panting. Then the matron walks out to see a fully nude girl and a guy staring at her, gasping for air and sweating. Fun times. That wasn't the only time I saw her nude though. Story 10. Pale 2020, I wanted a phone. So simu yangu akasema niuzie yake. Ilikuwa Tecno. So nikabai nikienda nayo mtaa, nikaanza kudelete mavitu ndo nieke zangu. So hapo kwa files na videos, maiji alikuwa anajifilm go down on wife yake and all that. Nilidelete too, but sijai muona the same. Story 11. I met this chick in a WhatsApp group who was always presentable, had a good sense of humor, and had a great fashion sense. During the time when modded WhatsApp versions were popular, we chatted a lot. One day, she accidentally posted a nude pic on her status. Even though she deleted it quickly, my GB settings were on, so I took a screenshot and sent it to her, and she confessed it was meant for someone else. Eventually, I asked her to meet up so she could see me also. What a nice way of getting laid. That's all the stories for today, guys. Some really crazy ones. Like the chick who got the text from her dad. What? Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me and have a good day or night wherever you are. And I'll see you in the next one.